Hey guys, and welcome to today's First Impressions video, the video game series in which we look at a recently or soon to be released game and I give you my first thoughts and impressions on it. Today we're looking at OlliOlli World, which is a skateboard themed game that reminds me very much like the BMX game you used to get on Xbox, with a bit of a difference, more tricks and a bit of a story. As always, we'll look through the settings first, then I want to take you through some other options like the customization, Tricktionary, etc. to give you a feel for what you can expect from the game, and then we'll jump and look at the actual gameplay itself. It is so far a fun yet tricky game, pun intended, that I am really enjoying. This comes out tomorrow on February the 8th, and I think that it is worth your time. That being said, let's jump into the options and see what you can mess around with. Okay, that being said, the first thing I've got to do is moan. This options menu is diabolically terrible. There is nothing here, and I've already noticed some performance lags from my end, so optimization is a problem. You only get graphics resolution and screen mode with some VSync options. There really isn't anything else. It's also worth noting that it is controller only, and your mouse and keyboard don't work at all. You can only use your controller with this, so if you don't have a controller, this is not going to be the game for you. It would be nice if they added some more optimization like options and just some general options as a whole, because this really isn't good enough from a game that is otherwise really high quality. Let's look at some of the other options that you get to mess around with your character before we jump into the gameplay. So, from a moan, we're going to go into a big praise. There is tons you can do to your character. The amount of options you get from the very get-go, there's none of the sort of classic, oh, you've only got a few things unlocked and then you unlock things as you go along. Now, that is part of the game. You do unlock things as you clear stages, but it doesn't really matter, because if we look at here, you've got a number of different things you can do straight away, which is fantastic. From hairstyles to beards. I mean, it's awesome, everything that you can do with this. It really is fantastic. You've got hats. Oh, so many hats. So many hats, and then so many more that you can unlock as you go through the game. I am really impressed with this. Same with glasses. You have a fair selection of glasses there. Then you've got all of your different tattoos that you can unlock, and just everything. There is so much customization here. It is really impressive. And then once you've finished with your character, you can go and change your skin tone, hair color, shape, and size. You can then change the different types of grab that you've got. Again, these are very limited when you first start, and you can gain more as you go along. You can change your start run to your online, to your end run, and then you can customize your board. Again, there is tons of boards here. Absolute, just stupid amounts of boards that you can choose, and some are really cool. And then you can change your trucks with it as well. There's not that many here, but still, the amount that you've got and the different customizations you're going to come with. And then your wheels. And again, there's a lot of wheels that you can choose from, and a lot that you can unlock later on in the game. So yeah, customization more than makes up for the options. If they'd spent as much time on the options as this, I'd have given this game a perfect 10 out of 10. I really would. Let's look at other things that you can do in the game and see what it's all about. So throughout this game, you're going to really just be using two main buttons. You're going to be using your A button if you're using an Xbox controller, or X button if it works with a PlayStation controller. I haven't tried. And your left analog stick up and down, and as you can see, to the right and spinny and all manner of different things. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but honestly, the amount of tricks that they've actually included in this is very impressive as well. There's quite a lot, considering it is on the surface a very simple game. You can grind, you can jump, you can do many specials, and then just tons of grabs and and other random stuff. It's really, really cool. And it provides a lot of depth. Outside of your Tricktionary, you've also got mastery settings here, which generally goes through as you see the story and what the story is about. I'm not going to go too much into that because I don't want to spoil anything for you. So that's the setup. What's the actual gameplay like? Let's have a look. Alright, so once you've done all of the customization and you have got the character of your desire, you then choose the zone that you're on. And as you can see, it is a pathway with different sort of zones that you've got to go to, each with their own different challenges and base mission completion that you have to do. We're going to select the next one that we've got to do here, the Beachway. The loading screens are really good as well, like they're pretty cute. The entire art style of this is very strange but very cool at the same time. There is a storyline, as you can see, although it doesn't really make much sense, and the fact that you do have options, so you can say yes, I know what I'm doing, or no, I don't want to. And then on top of that, you have the sort of weird voice acting sounds that they're making. There is some narration in the game, which is good. It gives you the overarching story of what you've got to do. And once you've gone through all the dialogue, and again, it's giving you some story spoilers here, so to be aware, it takes you to this screen here. This gives you hero goals that you've got to try and hit. You've got challenges that you've got to try and do, and then you've got to complete the actual level and get the best score that you can. If you go along here, you can see the leaderboards are kind of crazy. 188,000 is insane, and then your friends list if you have anybody playing this game as well. Once you've done all that, you go here. So you use your A button to essentially speed up, and then you use your analog stick to basically do all of the tricks that you can. And you've got to avoid any of the stair drops, because otherwise you will die and have to start again. And they get increasingly wider apart like that. If you miss it, you die. So it's very much like the old BMX games on the old Xbox that you used to get, which were very, very cool. And it's pretty damn fun. Like, it's very addictive. You want to keep playing and do better. The checkpoints are the only thing that I don't really sort of get or understand how you're supposed to use them. But that's no bad thing either, because if you don't use them, then you get a bonus, right? So it's not necessarily a bad thing to not use them. And there you have it. And then each stage gets progressively more difficult. You learn more of the story, you master it, you go through each different zone. And that's the game. This is OlliOlli World, and I am very, very impressed. Let me know in those comments down below what you think, and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Ciao, ciao.